Here's a list of 19 American Golden Age actors who served during World War II. These well-known Hollywood figures enlisted or were drafted, and they contributed to the war effort while continuing their careers after the conflict: James Stewart, Clark Gable, Audie Murphy, and others. A legendary actor known for films like It's a Wonderful Life and Rear Window, Stewart served as a bomber pilot in the U.S. Army Air Forces and rose to the rank of Brigadier General in the Air Force Reserve. Clark Gable, known as the King of Hollywood, enlisted in the Army Air Forces during World War II after the death of his wife, Carol Lombard, in a plane crash. He became a B-17 gunner and participated in several combat missions over Europe, despite being a Hollywood icon. Gable's military experience added realism to his post-war roles, and his service made him a symbol of American patriotism. He was awarded the Air Medal for his bravery and went on to star in films like Combat America, a documentary about his war experience, helping to boost morale among the troops. Henry Fonda, a prominent Hollywood actor, served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He was enlisted as a lieutenant and participated in several military operations, including serving in the Pacific Theater. Fonda was known for his calm and disciplined demeanor, both on and off the screen, which made him well suited for military service. He also commanded a ship during the war. After the war, Fonda returned to acting, bringing depth and authenticity to roles, such as in 12 Angry Men, which reflected his commitment to honesty and integrity. Audie Murphy is one of the most decorated American combat soldiers of World War II. He joined the Army at 18, initially being rejected due to his small stature and age. During the war, Murphy earned every U.S. combat decoration, including the Medal of Honor, for his bravery during a battle in France, where he single-handedly held off German forces. After the war, he became a Hollywood star, acting in over 40 films, many of which were based on his wartime experiences. His story is legendary, and his bravery continues to inspire many, showcasing both his military valor and his later success in Hollywood. Kirk Douglas served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He was assigned to a submarine chaser in the Pacific, where he saw action in various military engagements. Douglas was known for his toughness and determination, qualities that later defined his acting career. He was discharged in 1944, after being injured in a car accident. His wartime experience influenced his performances in movies such as Paths of Glory and Spartacus. Douglas went on to become a major Hollywood star, known for his strong, charismatic roles, and his contributions to the industry made him one of the most respected actors of his time. Steve McQueen, the King of Cool, served in the U.S. Marine Corps before embarking on his iconic acting career. McQueen joined the Marines in 1947 and spent time as a tank driver, which shaped his tough guy persona on screen. Known for his rebellious spirit, he spent time in a special unit, earning a reputation for his skill behind the wheel and his rebellious nature. Although his military career was relatively short, McQueen's time in the Marines influenced his legendary roles in films such as The Great Escape and Bullitt. His military background and independent nature made him an enduring figure in American cinema. Steve McQueen, the King of Cool, served in the U.S. Marine Corps before embarking on his iconic acting career. McQueen joined the Marines in 1947 and spent time as a tank driver, which shaped his tough guy persona on screen. Known for his rebellious spirit, he spent time in a special unit, earning a reputation for his skill behind the wheel and his rebellious nature. Although his military career was relatively short, McQueen's time in the Marines influenced his legendary roles in films such as The Great Escape and Bullitt. His military background and independent nature made him an enduring figure in American cinema. Charlton Heston served as a radio operator and a communications officer in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. He was stationed in the Pacific Theater and participated in several important operations. His wartime service influenced his later roles, often portraying larger-than-life characters in films such as Ben-Hur and The Ten Commandments, where his leadership and resilience on screen mirrored his military experience. Eddie Albert served as a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He was awarded a Bronze Star for his heroism during the invasion of Italy, where he helped rescue wounded soldiers under fire. Bob Hope is best known for entertaining the troops during World War II. He toured extensively, performing live shows for soldiers both in the US and abroad, boosting morale with his humor and charisma. His efforts to bring joy to the military made him a beloved figure. John Wayne, though initially deferred for health reasons, supported the war effort by making war-themed films and promoting bond drives. He later participated in fundraising campaigns and helped create morale-boosting propaganda during World War II. Gene Autry, the famous singing cowboy, served as a flight officer in the U.S. Army Air Forces during World War II. He trained as a pilot and flew missions across the Pacific, earning the rank of lieutenant. Autry also participated in entertaining the troops, using his status as a popular figure to bring morale-boosting music and shows to soldiers. After the war, his service and patriotism resonated in his films and songs. Autry became a major star in both the music and film industries, known for his contributions to both the war effort and the entertainment world. Although Walter Brennan was too old for active service during World War II, he still contributed to the war effort. He performed in USO shows, providing entertainment to troops stationed overseas. His commitment to boosting soldiers' morale made him a beloved figure among the military. Brennan's performances helped maintain the spirits of soldiers during difficult times, showing his dedication to supporting the country even without direct military service. David Niven, a British actor, served in the British Army during World War II. He rose to the rank of lieutenant colonel and was involved in several key operations, including the invasion of France. Niven's military service earned him the Military Cross, and his experiences in the war shaped his career. After the war, he became known for roles in both comedies and dramas, including A Matter of Life and Death and the Pink Panther series, where his poise and charm reflected his military discipline. Jack Lemmon served as an ensign in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He worked aboard a destroyer and participated in operations in the Pacific. Lemon's wartime service, though relatively quiet compared to some of his contemporaries, had a lasting impact on his life and career. His military experience added depth to his acting, with his roles in films like Mr. Roberts reflecting his understanding of duty and honor. His blend of humor and sincerity made him a beloved actor in both drama and comedy. Tony Curtis served in the U.S. Navy during World War II, enlisting as a seaman in 1943. He was assigned to a submarine tender in the Pacific, where he witnessed the dangers of naval warfare. Curtis's military experience was formative, and after the war, he became one of Hollywood's leading men. Known for his charm and versatility, he starred in films like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus, often portraying characters that showcased his smooth style and ability to handle both comedy and drama. Lee Marvin served in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II, where he was wounded in the Battle of Saipan. He lost part of his leg but remained in active duty. Marvin's combat experience added realism to his roles, often portraying tough, no-nonsense characters in films like The Dirty Dozen and Point Blank. His hard-edged screen presence mirrored his military background, making him a compelling figure in Hollywood. Spencer Tracy did not serve in World War II due to his age but still supported the war effort. He worked on war-related films and participated in USO shows to entertain troops. Tracy's roles in films like A Guy Named Joe helped maintain morale during wartime, and his patriotism resonated in his on-screen characters, often portraying heroic and dignified figures. Gary Cooper served as a reserve officer in the U.S. Army during World War II. Although his active duty was minimal, he supported the war effort by making war-themed films like Sergeant York, which celebrated American bravery. Cooper's iconic roles as strong, silent types were well suited to the patriotic themes of the era. Rock Hudson served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. He worked as a cargo ship officer and later returned to Hollywood, where his charm and leading man presence made him one of the most popular stars of the 1950s and 1960s. His military background gave his roles a sense of reliability and strength. Cooper served in the U.S. Army in World War II, where he worked with the Special Services, performing in morale-boosting films. His patriotism and service earned him respect, and he later became an iconic American actor. Cesar Romero was a popular actor known for his charming persona, often portraying suave villains or romantic leads. During World War II, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy and served in the South Pacific. Romero's service in the military came at a time when many Hollywood stars answered the call to arms. Despite being active in the Navy, Romero continued to build his career in Hollywood after the war. His versatility allowed him to navigate between genres, from comedy to drama, but he is perhaps most famous for playing the Joker in the 1960s Batman TV series. Romero's career spanned several decades, and his time in the military was an integral part of his life, as he balanced his patriotic duties with his growing fame as a Hollywood star. His efforts both on and off the screen made him a respected figure in the entertainment industry. Jack Lemmon was one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, known for his remarkable versatility in both comedy and drama. Before his successful career, Lemmon served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. Stationed in the South Pacific, he was part of a crew on a destroyer, working as a war correspondent and also serving as a member of the crew. Despite his early military service, Lemmon's career took off after the war, and he became famous for his roles in films like Some Like It Hot, The Apartment, and Days of Wine and Roses. Lemmon's ability to seamlessly shift between light-hearted comedy and deeply emotional drama made him one of Hollywood's most respected and loved performers. His military service added depth to his character, and his films often reflected the maturity and wisdom gained from those early experiences. Jack Lemmon was one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, known for his remarkable versatility in both comedy and drama. Before his successful career, Lemmon served in the U.S. Navy during World War II. Stationed in the South Pacific, he was part of a crew on a destroyer, working as a war correspondent and also serving as a member of the crew. Despite his early military service, Lemmon's career took off after the war, and he became famous for his roles in films like Some Like It Hot, The Apartment, and Days of Wine and Roses. Lemmon's ability to seamlessly shift between light-hearted comedy and deeply emotional drama made him one of Hollywood's most respected and loved performers. His military service added depth to his character, and his films often reflected the maturity and wisdom gained from those early experiences. Tyrone Power was a popular leading man in Hollywood, known for his charm and action roles. During World War II, Power enlisted in the U.S. Navy and later transferred to the Air Force, where he flew combat missions in the Pacific Theater. His bravery earned him respect, and he was awarded several medals, including the Air Medal for his service. After the war, Power returned to Hollywood, continuing his successful career in films such as The Sun Also Rises and Witness for the Prosecution. His military service contributed to his maturity and depth in later roles. Dennis Morgan was a popular actor known for his roles in musicals and dramas. During World War II, Morgan enlisted in the U.S. Army Air Corps, where he served as a fighter pilot. His experience as a pilot gave him a unique perspective on aviation and military life, which he later brought to his roles in films. After the war, Morgan returned to Hollywood, where he starred in films like Kitty and the Time, The Place and The Girl. His service in the military added a layer of authenticity to his portrayals of strong, heroic characters. Tony Curtis enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War II, serving on a submarine in the Pacific. His military service was a formative experience, providing him with discipline and a unique perspective on life, which later influenced his acting career. After the war, Curtis went on to become one of Hollywood's leading men, starring in films like Some Like It Hot and Spartacus. His time in the Navy also gave him a sense of resilience and adaptability, qualities that he brought to his diverse range of roles. Curtis's service remains an integral part of his legacy. Rock Hudson served in the U.S. Navy during World War II, enlisting as a seaman. His service, though not as high-profile as some of his peers, provided him with valuable discipline and experiences that shaped his character. After the war, Hudson struggled early in his career, but his big break came in the 1950s when he became a top leading man in Hollywood. He starred in romantic films, notably All That Heaven Allows and Giant, solidifying his status as a heartthrob. His military service, while not as publicized, played a key role in his work ethic and ability to navigate the challenges of the entertainment industry. Hudson became a beloved figure in Hollywood, and later in life, he bravely became an advocate for HIV awareness, leaving a lasting legacy both on screen and off. His military background was a testament to his strength, resilience, and determination. William Holden enlisted in the U.S. Army during World War II, where he served as a unit leader in the Philippines. His wartime experience had a lasting impact on him, influencing his acting career with more depth and gravitas. After the war, Holden became known for his versatile roles, particularly in Sunset Boulevard and The Bridge on the River Kwai, both of which showcased his ability to portray complex, introspective characters. His time in service shaped his strong, grounded performances, contributing to his status as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. Robert Taylor enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War II, where he served as a lieutenant in the Pacific Theater. His military service deeply influenced his later roles in Hollywood, particularly in portraying strong, patriotic characters. Taylor's experience during the war added authenticity to his performances, especially in films like Billy the Kid and Quo Vadis, where he embodied heroic and moral figures. Known for his stoic demeanor and classic good looks, Taylor's military service enhanced his appeal as a leading man in post-war Hollywood. His dedication to both his country and his craft made him one of the era's most respected actors. Taylor's time in the Navy not only helped shape his career but also gave him a lasting sense of purpose and discipline, which carried through in his acting and personal life. Errol Flynn volunteered for the Australian Army during World War II, though his time in active duty was relatively minimal. He faced criticism for avoiding combat, but he did contribute by participating in war-related activities, including promoting morale and supporting recruitment efforts. Flynn also served as a volunteer in the Australian Navy. Despite the controversies surrounding his military service, he remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, known for his swashbuckling roles in films like The Adventures of Robin Hood. His wartime support, however limited, aligned with his commitment to entertaining and uplifting public spirits during challenging times. Charlton Heston enlisted in the U.S. Army during World War II, where he served as a radio operator. Later, he transferred to the Army Air Corps, contributing to the war effort while honing leadership skills that would later influence his acting. Heston's military service instilled a sense of discipline and patriotism, which he carried into his career. After the war, he became a prominent actor, starring in epic films like Ben-Hur and The Ten Commandments. Heston later became an outspoken political activist, particularly in support of Second Amendment rights, solidifying his legacy both as a Hollywood legend and a public figure. Jane Wyman volunteered for the Red Cross during World War II, actively supporting the war effort. She worked on fundraising campaigns, organized events, and helped soldiers, contributing to the morale-boosting efforts on the home front. Beyond Hollywood, Wyman's commitment to service reflected her strong sense of duty and patriotism. While she wasn't in active military service, her work with the Red Cross and dedication to the cause made her a significant figure in supporting the war. Wyman's efforts were in line with the spirit of many other Hollywood stars who used their fame to aid in wartime relief efforts. John Huston enlisted in the U.S. Army Signal Corps during World War II and served as a captain. He also made significant contributions to the war effort by directing documentaries to support morale, such as Report from the Aleutians. Huston's work in documenting the war earned him an Academy Award for Best Documentary. His unique perspective as a filmmaker allowed him to capture the human side of war, which resonated deeply with audiences. Huston's wartime experience not only shaped his later directing career but also cemented his reputation as a patriotic artist dedicated to supporting the nation during challenging times. Alan Ladd served as a training officer in the U.S. Navy during World War II. Though he didn't see combat, his role helped prepare new recruits for military service. After the war, Ladd returned to Hollywood, where he quickly became known for his roles in action films, particularly for his portrayal of tough, stoic characters. His iconic role in Shane solidified his status as a major star. Ladd's military service contributed to the discipline and leadership qualities he brought to his acting career, making him one of the most memorable leading men of post-war Hollywood. Walter Pidgeon served in the U.S. Navy during World War II, where he made training films to support the war effort. His work in the Navy contributed to his experience in storytelling and film production, which later influenced his career in Hollywood. After the war, Pidgeon continued to be a prominent actor, known for his roles in films like Mrs. Miniver and Forbidden Planet. These actors were not only pivotal in shaping Hollywood during the Golden Age but also contributed greatly to the war effort in various capacities, either in active service, entertainment, or support roles.